What's up guys, Seth Feider here, and I'm going to show you how to pick out a spinnerbait. There's a few factors you want to consider when picking out a spinnerbait. One's the weight, one's the blade configuration, and the other's the color. Color is probably the easiest one. I would say, majority of time when you're fishing a spinnerbait, you're representing baitfish or shad or whatever. So the minnow colors, whether it's got a little hint of orange or a little chartreuse in it, or even just straight white, are pretty bread and butter. They work well in clear to fairly stained water. The only time I do anything different is when I get in super muddy water, like a few inches of visibility. I'll go to black. I think its silhouette's really nice in the dirty water, and they can pick up on it and see it really good. But 9 times out of the 10, I'm fishing some form of shad variation in a spinnerbait. So color's probably the simplest one. The next easiest one's head weight, and I fish a 3/8, a half, and a 3/4. That's all I use, and really the 3/8 it's a small window for me. That's if I'm fishing really shallow water, early spring of the year, those fish are, less than 2 feet of water, I'll reach for a 3/8 ounce spinnerbait. There's stuff you can do with blade combinations and line size to really make a half ounce fish just like a 3/8. So typically I don't reach for a 3/8 very often, but sometimes if they're super shallow, I'll go for a 3/8. I know it's probably a really common size, but I prefer a half ounce just for castability. A half ounce I think is the most versatile spinnerbait size out there. I mean, messing around with your line size and your blade configuration, you can basically get a half ounce spinnerbait to do almost anything with the exception of really deep water. That's where a 3/4 ounce comes into play. When I go for a 3/4 ounce, to me that's pretty much just bottom contact or brush pile fishing. If you're ledge fishing brush piles, or if you're in super heavy current, big river system, that's when a 3/4 ounce will play. And as far as blade configurations go, I keep it pretty simple. The double willow is really popular. That's what I would fish if I am going to fish that big spinnerbait out deep. Very little drag on the blades. You can keep that bait down, a lot of flash. Or if I'm burning it really fast, if you're fishing for smallmouth, a 3/4 ounce, even though you're only fishing a couple feet under the surface, you can fish it really fast with the tandem willows. But the majority of the time I'm spinnerbait fishing, I'm either fishing, a tandem Colorado willow, or if I want a little more thump, I don't really fish a Colorado much. I know a lot of guys do, not saying anything bad about a Colorado. It's a very good blade, and if you want to slow your bait down, get a lot of thump, if you're fishing off color water, I tend to reach for the wide willow, mag willow, turtleback, Oklahoma blade, whatever you want to call it. But it's kind of the best of both worlds in my eyes. It's got good thump like a Colorado, but it's got a lot more flash than a Colorado does. And that's pretty much it. Spinnerbait fishing, there's endless little combinations of this and that to get you through it, but basically your weight, size, and your blade combinations are going to dictate your running depth. And then colors, I keep it pretty simple. A few shad colors and a black one in really dirty water, and that's all you really need to know to pick out a spinnerbait.